You are listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast. My name's Andrew Mackay-Smith, and this is a conversation with two of the members of an excellent band from Germany called Venues. You're about to hear from Nyves Krithinidou and also Robin Baumann. The reason for the conversation is to promote their excellent new album called Aspire. Let's have a listen to what they have to say. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey.
There she is.
Robin? Hello. Yeah.
How are you?
Doing good. I'm outside right now, sorry.
Wonderful. No worries. Well, the wonders of omnipresent communication, hey? I was just talking to you. I was just on the Skype before, and I was saying that I was using Google Translate. So that's the wonders of our multimedia these days. Is that I speak to people all over the world. I was speaking to an artist from Venezuela this morning, and last night from Germany.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing for me, being from an English-speaking nation, I can actually we don't actually learn another language at school in the way that you guys learn English. So it's not essential for us to learn German or French, but I can speak enough French. I wouldn't even say to get by, but to probably survive if I landed in New Caledonia or France. I did do six months worth of German when I was in year 7. Now, bear with me here, that was in 1990. So what's that? Almost 30 years ago. So,
oh my God.
I can't remember a thing of it. I'm sorry about that. So, but how's the phone calls with Australian media been going for you guys?
I mean, we woke up this morning and started doing interviews with Australia, and they went all pretty well so far. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think me too.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed, I've done a bit of Googling, and it seems to be the Australian media. So Hysteria Mag, I think, ran an article or a review. It was one of the two. And I noticed there was another publication, an Australian-based publication, that were talking about the band. But we seem to have picked up on you guys as... Is that what you're finding, that you got some interest in Australia?
Well, to be honest, normally it works like this, that John Howard is doing the Australia promo for us. And today is the first day that we are doing speaking with the Australian magazines. So I'm not really sure what happened so far right now.
Well, it probably says John's been doing a bloody good job then, as I know he does. But so he's been good. He's good at being able to get people on board and to get them to understand that you guys are a band worth promoting. Put it that way, you know. And so I certainly was given the album a couple of days ago, so I've had an opportunity to listen to it a couple of times.
Cool. Okay.
Nice.
So let me start off with that. Okay. So. The first question I have for you, which I'll wrap in a point, is that I like, especially because I host a podcast series, so people are going to be listening to this as a podcast episode, and I've also got a radio show, so people are going to be listening to it. And because I don't play the music on the podcast series, I like to give people a point of reference. And I thought you guys were a very good blend between Under Oath and Paramore. Does that resonate for you guys?
Oh, well, at first, thank you. These are both great bands that I love.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, that was what I found. You know, I've probably listened to the album maybe 2 or 3 times. It's really good. The first time around, I thought, okay, it's definitely an album that you need to listen to twice. So it's not like a pop album, I should say. And of course, you're not designing it to be a pop album, so it's not immediate like Aqua or, you know, I don't know, Gwen Stefani or something like that. But it's an album that you need to live with for a little bit in order to understand it, because there's a lot going on there.
Yes.
You know, so tell me about your influences and tell me about how you created the album.
All right. Hello, I'm Nyves. I'm the clean vocalist, and normally we're doing it like this, that our main songwriter Konstantin, he writes all the instrumental stuff, so his influences are very important to our music. So he is a big fan of the 80s heavy metal and hard rock stuff. So I think he had most of his influences from this genre. I think you can hear it maybe a little bit on the songs. So he writes first the instrumental stuff, and after that he passes it over to me, and I'm putting on the melodies and maybe make some arrangement, how we will put the backings and how we will put the lyrics on, and what kind of feelings am I getting when I'm listening to the songs. And I'm looking for some words to express my emotions and everything. And after I finish with this part, I'm giving the song over to Robin, our shouter, and he puts his own lyrics on it. Of course, after we talked about our thoughts and everything, so that we can put something together. And after that, we rehearse with the whole band, and everyone can put his style on the song. And after that, we went to the studio.
Okay, rightio. Now, I reckon my favourite track on it would have to be The Longing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one there I really like.
It's my favorite too, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, I love your vocal at the end of that one, by the way. That really, I think when I really got into the album, that was the song that really stood out for me. So I'm really glad you say that too, because I love picking up on what artists themselves like about their records. So tell me about that cut there. Why is that your favourite track on the album?
Yeah, firstly, I really like the melodies. I like I like the beginning. I like the emotion, It's like when it starts, it has something, a bit of melancholy in it.
Yep.
But at the same time, you can feel the hope in everything,
Yes, I know exactly what you're
kind of sad. Yeah, kind of sad and melancholic, but the hope is so much stronger than everything else. And when I first heard the instrumentals of this song, I was like, oh my God, Konstantin. Oh my God, I love this song. And I was listening to the melodies, the instrumental every day. And I was, oh my God, what can I put on the song for melodies and lyrics, and how can I express my feelings, because they were so strong, and I had so much of thoughts and feelings and everything. And someday I was sitting on my table and were thinking about the longing and everything, and it suddenly came to me, okay, I know what kind of feeling this is, this longing, this really longing I felt in the song. And it was I have two little sisters, so the smallest one, or the youngest, not smallest because she's bigger than me now, but the youngest one, she's pretty much like me, and we have a really strong connection and everything. And I really felt like when I was writing the lyrics that I was writing to her, or about her.
Right. Okay.
And at the same time, I was writing about me, because we are so alike in a lot of ways. And after that, I tried to put everything together with the hope I felt in the song, at the same time the longing I felt for maybe my years back then when I was a child or younger and everything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And yes, this was the beginning of writing the longing. After that, of course, I talked with Robin about everything and what I was feeling, and he had his own emotions, and we put it together after that.
That's a very good explanation. Actually, that's an excellent explanation of that song. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's
I'm really trying hard to speak English as well as I can. So
no, it's very articulate. It's very articulate, and it allows me, because I've added it to a playlist of favourite cuts for the year so far. So I love hearing the story behind a song. It means so much more to me because we get a lot of albums as journalists, And as the years progress, it's not that you forget, but you like to remember the meaning behind a song because it allows you to carry a song well beyond the interview cycle and the review cycle. You know, so question.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A question for you. The band's name fascinates me. What does it mean?
You mean venues? Yes.
Yeah.
It has. Okay. Firstly, our 2 years, or I think 1 year ago, or Robin, when did we change the name venues? Yeah, last year it was. Yeah.
Last year in March.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, before that we were called a Breakdown, a venue. I don't know if you know it, if you knew it. But
no, I didn't know
we
that.
changed
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We changed our name so last year after we decided the kind of the direction of the album, or maybe I would say we really wanted to take a name that has still the connection of our old name, kind of a connection, like Breakdown, a venues now. But at the same time, we wanted a name that is really open to every music style, because we didn't want to how can I say, reduce ourselves.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To one gender, you know. And so we were thinking about a name who can put this everything together, like the connection and the open. And at the same time, venues has a really nice meaning, like a lot of places, because we are playing in a lot of places with a lot of beautiful people, and a venue has at the same time the meaning of a place where a lot of people come together to do something together. And we thought that we are a band and our main thing is to go on tour, to play shows with a lot of people together on one place. So we thought about venues is a really has a good meaning for this thought.
Yeah, that's another great response. Yeah, okay. Well, when that was it, the name fascinates me because in English it's a common name, but I knew it would have a profound meaning for you guys, and I think people need to understand what the profound meaning is so that they can associate it. You know, so yeah, killer response. Yeah, no, great stuff. And tell me about the album cover artwork, because it looks like a face that's melting into the Matrix.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When we started the songwriting, we didn't know in exactly what direction the album will go, but one thing it was sure for us, that we really wanted to write a positive album, like with positive messages and with positive feelings and everything. And after we wrote the song, the album, I mean, we were thinking about what picture could visualize all these songs and emotions. So we were talking with our photographer, and she wanted to do the album cover, the artwork with us, and we exchanged some thoughts and everything. And we said that we wanted this time a male person, but not this typical this typical male, like with muscles and everything.
Not
like
a masculine figure.
More like more like something more unisex. You know what I mean? Something like who represents just a human being.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and to show this positive feeling, we wanted that he looks in the sky, something up, not down or everything like that. So we chose after that this gold, the values and everything we stand for, and we think that it turned out really bright, the whole album cover, and it has something aesthetic. I like aesthetic stuff, and it's more like the aspire. Yeah.
It looks like a lot of thought's gone into it. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's really planned, and I think it suits the music really well.
yeah, it shows at least we wanted to show the direction that Aspire is is taking, the direction to something I don't know, more high, more spiritual, maybe more positive. I don't know how you would call it, God or what everything. I mean, something positive, something aspiring and inspiring. I mean, and at the same time, something we aspire all together.
Yeah, great response, and that also to Aspire. You talk about it being a very positive album. Okay, so I noticed that Aspire there's no track called Aspire, so to call the album Aspire, it's sort of like an overarching theme that lays over all of the tracks on the album. It's not like it's dedicated to one thing. Yeah, it's something that's dedicated to the entire thing as a package.
Yeah, exactly. It's like every song is a piece of a puzzle that is called Aspire, and every song is part of this aspiring. And you can hear a lot of emotions in the album. Like, of course, every song has hope and positive meaning and everything. But like our lives itself, we don't have just positive and good experiences all the time. So, Aspire is like the same as our lives. We have sad emotions. We have I don't know, angry emotions and everything, and bad and good experiences. And Aspire is the same. So, yeah.
Yeah, do indeed. All right. I think my time's almost up because we've got 20 minutes, so I better ask you this last question. Australia, are you coming to Australia anytime soon?
Well, at the moment there's nothing planned, but we would love to fly over to Australia and play a few shows there. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But at the moment we are focusing on Europe, like playing a few European tours.
Yep.
To spread the word about us over here at first. But it's definitely a goal for us to fly to Australia one day because there are so many great bands coming from there too. Yeah,
I could definitely see you guys on a bill with Northlane, actually. That was the Australian band that came to mind that you guys would do quite well with, I reckon, on a bill.
Oh, yeah, thanks. That would be awesome, playing with Northlane.
Yes.
Have you guys got some tours coming up? Like I noticed in the past you've played with Caliban, who have been down here a few times.
Well, at the moment we have a small tour through Germany, like 4 dates, 4 big cities with our friends Disaster Kids. At the moment we are talking about a bigger European tour in the end of the year, but this is not this tour is not 100% confirmed yet, so we can't say a lot about this yet, but hopefully soon.
Fair enough. All right, guys, thank you so much for the chat. Congratulations on an excellent album, and I really hope you have a very long and prosperous career, and also hope to see you down here in Australia.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Take care, Andrew. Bye-bye.
Take care. Have a nice day.
You too. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Ciao.
You are listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast. My name's Andrew Mackay-Smith, and you heard from Nyves Krithinidou and also Robin Baumann, both in a band from Germany called Venues. Thank you so much for listening.